But no, I appreciate it. That was great. That was fun. That was fun. Love. Lennon and McCartney, all you need. Burt Bacharach, what the world needs now is?
Love.
Sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. Throughout time, we've been hearing songs about love and how important it is. But what exactly do we mean when we talk about love? When we talk about love. Is that better? Okay. For many of us, there are a number of things that we love. And when we hear that word, when we use that word, there are degrees of love. I love college basketball. I really do. I love March Madness. I love it. 4 friends and I quit our job one year because our boss wouldn't give us the days off for March Madness. We've been doing it every year for 5 years. And then he came in and said, well, we've decided you all 4 of you can't be out at the same time. We said, it's a tradition. He said, what do you want? What do you appreciate? What do you love more, your job or March Madness? Well, we walked across the street and got a job at IBM. So we made it very clear. Now, 2 days later, we were back at Wang where we left, but they got an idea of how much love there was for March Madness. We never had trouble getting those days off again. I love my wife. Periodically, comes a conflict with the things that I love, and they kind of don't necessarily work together. Friday, the opening weekend of March Madness, which I love. Which, by the way, both Connecticut and Michigan lost in the first round. Oh, I'm sorry, David, I didn't mean to. Okay. And there was a commitment, a promise, a vow that I had taken to my wife to take her to see Celtic Women, which happened to be on Friday. Now, I had a really good opportunity to make sure that she went with someone that she liked and could have a nice weekend, and I could watch the basketball game. It was a win-win situation as far as I was concerned, until I looked at her face when I made the suggestion. And it became very clear that 2 loves of my life were in conflict. Which one was going to win? Where was I Friday? Thank you. There was no question. There was no doubt. Now, for many of us, we think of love, and we say the words, and I do too, that we love the Lord God with all our hearts, our souls, and our minds, and we love God more than anything. But oftentimes, the love that we have for God and other loves in our lives come in conflict. And which is the one that usually suffers? My guess is, if we're honest with ourselves, 99.7% of the times, it's our love for something else. And we'll find a way to negotiate, to make a deal with, to rationalize the choice that we made, and it usually falls back with the old little nugget that, oh, God will forgive because God always forgives. So I can make the bad choice, and I can put my love of whatever before my love of God, and I'll still be okay in the end. Basically, the proverbial, you get your cake and eat it too. Now, yes, I truly do believe in an all-forgiving God, but I'm sorry, God's got to get tired once in a while of us always putting God second. Because we do. It's a reality of the lives as we have chosen them. Both times that my family has been a part of the search process, discerning where God was calling us, there were always caveats as to where God could call us. When we started the process the first time, because of our daughter's lupus, God, you can call us anywhere you want as long as it's within short driving distance of a major medical facility. That was a reality of our lives. It also had to be within a good school district, because we had 3 children that were still in school. It had to be someplace that was close to an urban area that had good entertainment, good sports teams, nice restaurants, and a good freeway system. So anywhere like that, God, you can call us. This time we truly were a little more open. Kids were out of the picture. We wanted to stay close, but they made very clear they were staying in St. Louis and we needed to go where we needed to go. So the caveat was a lot less, but there was still a caveat. God, you can call us anywhere you want that's not Missouri, Louisiana, Mississippi, or Alabama, and Texas. God spoke. Any place other than that, God, you can do it. Well, then as the opportunities came in, it was like, well, I really don't want to be any place hot anymore. So you can call us, God, anywhere where it doesn't get really hot and humid in the summer. Some place where they have nice, cold, brisk, dense winters like, St. Johnsbury. I'm never going to forgive the search committee for this one. This is just it. I'll never trust them. You think Phil looks at me? Yeah. I keep hearing, just wait. Shut up, all of you. Until you can back it up, I don't want to hear it. But there were all, God will go anywhere you want except with. And that's the way I think we are. We say we love, but what does it mean to love? And that's the question that Jesus was asked by the lawyer. Okay, I understand that love of God and love of neighbor, they're the 2 commandments. That's great. Well, then being the lawyer, he's going to try to, trick you. Okay, so what does it mean to be the neighbor? Tell me what it means to love. And Jesus gives us the famous parable of the Good Samaritan. What many of us don't understand is how that parable would have been taken by the people that were there at that time, hearing it out of Jesus' mouth. The historical context is really lost when we hear about the Jew and the Samaritan. So putting it into a context that maybe we can understand a little better. Picture a man lying on the road, beaten, bloody, just beaten, literally within an inch of his life. And the blood is just seeping through his white robes and white hood that he has on because he was on his way to a KKK meeting. And along the road comes a black man who is running for his life, who has escaped the plantation and is headed north to freedom. And as he rounds the bend, looking all around, because he knows somewhere somebody is going to be out there to grab him and claim their reward, he sees this person. Now, we would think he would just want to do everything he could to finish him off. But he doesn't. He takes his robes, the robes that were on this man, he rips them off into bandages, he binds the wounds as best he can, and he drags him, puts together a couple of logs and drags him